was supposed to a guy with a plan. I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now to throw on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
At their own 38-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 38. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And a Bengal first down.
Back to Mixon on first down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Bengals.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Tyler Boyd.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Burrow on play action. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to number 18.
A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Colts nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Rivers.
That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Hey, 79! 79!
First down, Rivers. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 29, Rivers.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. White.
Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That ties the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
The handoff to Joe Mixon. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
These two teams all tied after one.
The first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry, but I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the...
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Zero.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's brought down by Williams.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good catch there by Naeem Hines, and I think that he's probably popped on some Phillip Rivers tape and how he used Austin Eckler out of the backfield with the Chargers as a model for what he wants to do this season. He's had at least 40 catches in each of the last 2 years. He probably expects that number to rise.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Rivers now from the 50. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play fake. Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On second down, Rivers again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Back 390. Left 180. I got it. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Come on, come on. Check.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
And it's second down.
Ray wins.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
57. Hey. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
From the gun, Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is brought in at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did...
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. Turn right, 89.
To throw, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
And that's something that he does consistently. Puts quarterbacks on the ground. And Carlos Dunlap, maybe not a household name around the NFL,
but everyone knows he comes to play each and every year. He hasn't had less than 7.5 sacks since 2012, had 9 in 2019.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Load it. Let's put that team on the box. Mike, 56.
From the gun, Rivers. His throw caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Blankenship's kick is good.
The wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
He's checking.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Hey, Rocket.
57 to Mike.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Colts 16. Bengals 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And a Bengal 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Green with a catch left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A.J. Green.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd
down, they actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 10. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over.
17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Not today. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Check back, check back. Check.
To throw again. Rivers steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Switch. Same. Red Delta!
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Rivers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 23, Bengals 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen off it.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sack there by DeForest Buckner. Boy, was he big news around the draft in 2020 when the Colts traded their 13th overall pick for him. He absolutely solidifies their defensive front. Great interior pressure that they haven't been able to exhibit in recent seasons.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
Taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Mixon, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him lurk, can't relate. Watch him skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on sight. Red free, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money I'm
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
They'll go for it. Burrow. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And Burrow going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
18-yard line.
From the gun again to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Minus 54.
Here's a give to Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
2nd and 12 at the 4-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
That's the way. Whip. Watch the whip. Shit.
On the handoff, Taylor. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Get that ball. Get that ball. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Wait.
Check 55.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete.
Rivers pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey.
57, Mike 57. Let's go, D. Let's go. 57, Mike 57. Hey, get away.
They'll throw again, Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Right there, 54.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Joe Mixon.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
And the Bengal 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And 11 at the 12-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete to
T. Higgins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
I got you. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And no, it falls is incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire.
And that's caught inside the 35. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Bengals.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Intended for Tyler Boyd.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Burrow. Open man is Rzsl, complete.
Burrow
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They run with Holyfield. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. First down. Here's Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Now Burrow loses the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They're 180, 390.
Let's get in that hole. 57 to Mike.
You.
So we got man. 57 to Mike. 50.
From the gun, Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Now here's Ross. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brought down at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Number 28.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Taylor.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with the former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A 39-yard attempt.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff to Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Turnover on downs.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Rivers on the keeper.
Slack 15.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Lights 57, 57's Mike. Bring it.
And they will take a knee here.
Rivers on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score, Colts.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the down...
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Ay. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was top, they just watched, had to take my win. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a